Here's where you are wrong, my friend. This woman has killed before.
Allegedly.
Okay, whatever. But she was a big girl. We are talking about a large, healthy woman of questionable stability.
Oh, you are totally underestimating the never-say-die scrappiness of a survivor.
Hey, guess what? Nobody cares who would win in a crazy fantasy fistfight between Anne Frank and Lizzie Borden.
Look at us doing intros again. There we go. I got it on both channels and shit. Well, hey, welcome back.
It's good to be back.
Yeah. I'm going to turn that down a little bit. That's where I miss my little shitty one at home that I used.
Yeah.
It actually has a function where you're playing music and you talk, it lowers the music. Puts it in the background. It's kind of nice. My God, I think we're like actually working.
Sure seems to be that way. You sound a little fuzzy, but your microphone's not near your mouth.
I might be a little fuzzy.
You got to get it near your mouth.
Well, when I get it too close, you yell at me. And it makes me sad. I don't want to be sad.
I don't want you to be sad.
I don't want to be sad. I'm going hatless this time because it's hot.
It was a hot day. I was only out for about 30 seconds.
Wow.
I did run out at lunch today, and I got my car filled up with gasoline because I'm going to drive in the office tomorrow, and I'm driving the Beast, and she uses about a quarter tank back and forth, you know, 50-mile round trip, whatever.
Quiet you.
Yeah.
Well, my the kid's car is going back in the shop on Friday.
Nice.
She went to pop the hood to check her oil, and the cable snapped.
Oh, no. That's crazy, man.
Yeah, so I went to take it to hey, Vinny.
What is up, Mr. Vin Master?
Took it to the regular shop we go to, and they're like, oh, no, we can't do that. Nope. Gotta take it to a specialist. And, you know, the closest dealer's in Westchester?
We go to Otto's, yeah.
Yeah, I don't go all the way out there, so.
It's not that bad.
There's a place on Church Road that they specialize in BMWs, and
I heard about that, yeah.
They're nice. They're actually pretty cool.
Well, that's cool.
They're not that expensive.
We dropped Nancy's car off yesterday. It needs a rear light assembly because of a melted wire. Needed a bunch of filters changed, oil change, this, that, the other thing, and take a guess at what the bill is at a dealer like that.
Got a dealer, probably over $1,000.
$650 or something like that.
That's not so bad.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's lighter stuff. I mean, you're not doing anything major. You're not tearing the engine apart.
No.
You know?
No, if we tear the engine apart, the car's
like she had.
See ya.
She had to take the pulley off of the alternator and replace that. And I was like, oh dear God, what's that going to be like? It wasn't bad.
I did that in my Mustang for $30.
Yeah, well, I'm not.
I go to the parts store, I buy the part, I unbolt everything, I take the belt off, I take the.
My hands don't fit in that thing. It's too damn small.
No, you can't.
No,
it's front wheel drive.
Well, not only that, like my Amigo was a big ass car, but it had. I went to replace.
Your motor was not transversely mounted in that car.
It's not that. I was trying to just change out the thermostat.
Mm-hmm.
What, 15 minutes, 20? If you take your time, I couldn't get to it.
So much stuff.
There was these pipes in the way.
Yeah.
And I know what the hell they were. So
Intakes, probably.
No, I took it in, and when I got the car back, I looked at it and I was like, I called the guy. I'm like, yo, man, where are those pipes? What'd you do? And he goes, those weren't pipes. That was just something there that got in the way.
Pam is on the show.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hey, Pam.
We never see you anymore, madam.
Yeah.
How are you?
Yay.
And that club that we play in your vicinity, old school that is, will not be there anymore. So if you want to see us in person, especially Jim and I, or as I like to refer to us as Gemini.
That sounds creepy.
It's weird.
Yeah.
You'll have to come out to a show somewhere else, just so you know.
I can't seem to like anything. Oh, there we go. Now I can like stuff. Okay, never mind. Back.
Yeah. So
I think I liked it way too many times. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Anyway,
we started so early that everybody's like freaking out.
Yeah, no, it's like we're 2 minutes early. All right, we're doing this now, right?
I got to get my cup. I'll be right back.
Go get your cup, and I'll put my cup here just to build suspense. Well, actually, you know what? What the hell? I'll play the song. Let's play this one this time. It's kind of classy. So we're gonna do the beer now because I'm really, really thirsty, and why the hell not? What the hell am I here? Oh, Flying Dog Dead Rise Old Bay Summer Ale. So this is distracting. It looks like it's made with Old Bay seasoning, which scares the hell out of me. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. All right, let's see what we can do with this.
I've got my headphones on now.
Get the classy music out of the way.
See, I missed the whole thing. All I heard was a burp.
Yeah, that's all it really was. Oh, it's nice and golden.
Doesn't smell like Old Bay.
Thank God. It smells like a can. Why am I doing that? Anyway.
Aluminium.
Doesn't have a whole lot of smell, or else maybe I'm ill. I don't know.
I'm still pouring.
I'm going to try it. It's different. I really like it. It's very golden, little hazy, so it's got lots of vitamin B in it. I could sit out back and do
a little bit of Old Bay-ish.
A little Bay, yeah. I did a little bit of.
Interesting.
I kind of like this.
Tastes like crab juice and beer. Does that make sense?
Yeah, a little bit. It tastes like beer in the beach, or at least the bay.
It's not bad.
I like it.
It's good.
I really like this.
I would drink that.
I'm not a big fan of summer ales, but yeah, now I can taste the Old Bay.
Yeah, it's kicking in at the secondary
yeah. But it's
swig.
The nice thing is it's from Flying Dog, so the artwork's by Ralph Steadman, who's one of my favorite artists. So you gotta like that. Anything he does is really creepy. So yeah, Dead Rise Old Bay Summer Ale from Flying Dog Brewery. Give it a try. It's I don't know if you can find it. I lucked out and found it in our place. Actually, I found this at Giant. Weirdly enough, I still have to try that place in Norristown that Steph told us about. I have to go out there.
I know exactly where it is.
Yep.
We could take a ride on the weekend.
Yeah, I should do that.
What's this weekend? Well, there's the block party.
Yeah, are you going to that?
I think we might make an appearance.
I don't know. I don't think we RSVP. Do I have to RSVP? I think I have to RSVP.
What are they going to do? Tell you get off the street? You didn't have your hall pass?
They might. I'm not even sure how the hell we got invited. Or do you have any idea?
It was in my door.
Yeah, but did they just invite everybody up and down the block? I don't get how that works.
I think that's what they did.
Oh, I thought it was special.
But in any case,
damn it.
Why don't we take a ride on Saturday or Sunday?
Yeah, let's run out and do that.
Actually, Sunday they're probably closed. We should check the hours, but we should take a ride up there.
Yeah, we'll check it out.
And check it out. I've been there, but it's very cool. So let's see. I need to get to 2020.
Oh my God, that's really good. I like that. All right, I'm gonna stop drinking beer for a second or two.
Oh, I'm good. You know,
I feel bad.
I have no gig next weekend.
I did not catch
because of the aforementioned place that we just were chit-chatting about.
Yeah.
I didn't replace that with another show.
Well, now you got time to go to get beer. It's always good. The hell was I gonna say? I forget. I don't know. God almighty, I just brain farted. This is really good. I am digging this. I'm really not a fan of what the hell is that? Sorry. Not a fan of summer ale, but this one's got a little bit of a bite to it. It's got some character, which I like.
I like it, yeah. Mm-hmm.
But I do taste some salt now.
Yep.
Again, it's not like that seawater plus stuff we did last year, which was very salty and very, what's the word? Horrifying?
Yes.
I woke up the next morning and like, no taste. Yeah, it's gonna get stuck in your head. I've been doing it all afternoon. I need Jim Robbins to come along, man. I need to ask him a question. It's very, very important.
Okay.
So it's been bugging me.
His family was at the show this past weekend. They were
that's cool.
They were kicking it out.
They always do. They need to come out more often, man. Hey, there's Doc. Hello. Sorry, I might have missed you. We're just babbling about Doc being on the air, and I think I missed him trying to get on there.
Right. The other Robins, they're all related.
Yes.
Yes.
Which is Doc.
Yeah.
I have a question. Why am I hearing me?
Hello?
It's got the damn
yeah.
thing.
You hear me?
Hold on a minute.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear me. God damn it.
Good night. Is it any better now?
Yeah. I can hear me.
Good
Yeah, I can
God.
hear you.
Yeah, but I can hear me. Well, I'm better. That's better. There we go. Okay.
There
So,
you go.
so I have to.
Technical- What the?
I have to ask this question. I don't
Who's
care what's going
cracking
on.
up?
This is really important. I got to ask this
Okay.
question.
Are you pregnant?
No.
Oh, sorry.
No. Doc,
Yo,
do you have your DNA profile on Ancestry.com?
I have absolutely no idea.
Okay.
I don't have my own personal DNA. No.
Okay. Because I meant to ask you because like
George W. Bush.
No.
Oh.
My kid asked me, she wanted to know what her nationality was. I'm like, you're Irish, get over it. She's like, no, I need to know what you are. I'm like, fine. So I went in and did the whole thing and found out what I am. And you get DNA matches of people that you're related to. And one of them was Jim Robbins. So
Unreal. Yeah, well, here's the weird thing. When I was living in an apartment complex, I was waiting for my income tax check to come in. Income tax check got mailed to Jim Robbins in the same building, but it wasn't me.
see,
It was another Jim Robbins.
it might be him. Yeah. And it's weird because it's him, but it's run by someone else. Like somebody else owns the profile, which is like what, you stole his blood. How does that? I don't know how that works, but
Yeah, there's plenty of us out there.
yeah, well, that's okay. I mean, I remember I was working as a bartender, and one of the waitresses named Sharon Del Bono, who lives in Norristown. She was talking one day, and we found out we had the same godfather who lived right, down the street from like Coletti's. So
Old buddies.
yeah, that place closed, didn't it?
It's under new management now. It's like a Mexican bar.
Oh, so I'm assuming that the pagans don't hang out there anymore.
No.
Okay, that's fine.
Saw a few of those guys up at
Shea Balls.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're down there all the time.
And the other place.
Pipars.
All three.
Yeah, they hang out
usually,
around
Well,
here.
it's usually when old schools.
Yeah. Well, other times too. I've
And the
seen them down
Ribby.
there a bunch of times. There's one
Yeah.
guy that frequents the place. But
They're all good people.
yeah, they're
Like,
fine.
yeah.
They're not like they're going in there swinging tire irons or anything. But I know that for a while, Screwballs would not allow you to wear colors,
Okay.
and that's why
That
G-Man
explains
stopped
why I
going.
couldn't wear my pink shirt.
That's there's another reason
Oh,
for that.
sorry.
But no, that's why Jerry stopped going down there for a while. They wouldn't let him in with his jacket.
Mhm.
And then I think the club booted him out.
I wonder what they would have said to, like, my old school Jack vests. Some of them have a look.
Yeah, but if it doesn't have MC on the back, it's not obviously a motorcycle club. They're not going to.
No, it just says DC
That's fine.
Dick
That's fine.
Club.
That's fine.
You know,
As long as you have
remember the Dick Club?
as long as you have all the color coded things,
Yeah, I don't have anything. It just says old school.
There you go. That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, as long as you don't have something that looks like you're going to murder people,
I could get an instinct jacket or something,
you could do that.
Yeah.
Or get a
or an Adler jacket. I can make one.
You
I
can
have
make one
stuff
of
to
those,
do
yeah.
those. Yeah,
I'm still waiting for my Eddie Munson shirt.
I'm not even a real Adler. It's the funny thing.
Hmm. Sorry. So, Doc, did you watch Stranger Things?
No,
Are you going to?
I haven't watched it. I mean, probably.
You don't care? All right. Well, we're going to talk about it and screw it all up for you. Is that okay?
What'd you say?
Oh yeah. Yeah, it ain't gonna matter.
All right. So you saw it, yes, Mr. Adler?
Since season 1,
Yep. So
for good reason.
What did you think of the whole Eddie Munson distracting the bats scene?
Well, first of all, the whole character was excellent.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, they really nailed the ethos of an 80s metal guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
He had the look. He, of course, had authentic clothing because Wendy
The jacket
Dio,
was dead on.
Wendy
yeah.
Dio, Ronnie James's wife, donated a shirt, new old stock, for them to make his vest out of. Or was it a jacket? I think it was a vest.
It was a jacket made into a vest.
Okay. And it was brilliant. And that Metallica song is now like, it was number 1.
Yeah.
It was more number 1 now than it was then.
Did it ever? I don't think it ever topped the
No,
charts back then.
No.
And now it is. And
Nothing else matters and things
Yeah.
like that. You know, that those are the.
But there are people giving him a hard time for it. And I
now
love the
now
fact
everybody's
that
like, I love Metallica.
I like that metallic them guys. Yeah. But that's what's funny. Like people like giving Metallica a hard time. They're like, we don't give a crap.
No.
If you liked it before, you like it, and we don't care how you find out about it. If you like the music, you like the music.
That's all it is. And
but
that's brilliant.
But that's the whole. I think that's the whole lost art of a music video.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that was that when we were talking about before the show. I was like, thinking,
there's no venue.
Yeah.
For transmission.
Well, and then this week was MTV's 40 something.
Yeah, it's like they did like 10 years of something,
like 11 years of music and 40 years of nonsense. But yeah, I mean, it was just like we were talking about like what I thought he was going to do something from Dio, but then after the fact, I thought like, what could he do? Dio's doesn't really. There's nothing I could think of.
I had no preset agenda in my mind as to what he was going to do.
I didn't either, but when I saw him,
just like,
when I saw him up there with
this is
the
going to
amps,
be awesome,
and I was like, oh.
And so there was on guitar, channels, people were like, "There's no way he took a Fender and did that." Sure, he did. He had a Boss distortion pedal.
Yeah,
we all had clean amplifiers with either Boss or Ibanez distortion pedals. That's what we were using. The beginner guys in high school. You didn't have a Marshall in 10th grade unless you were wealthy or you stole your amp off somebody.
Vinny says Metallica is overrated.
Well, to a certain degree, he's correct
right for some things, but
overrated or not, you cannot deny what they accomplished and the impact they had on the metal scene. And I'll take anybody that's an ambassador for my movement.
Yeah,
and I'll pat them on the back.
And they're pretty casual about it. Even when they cut their hair and people yelled, they're like,
dude, I've watched them on Howard Stern, and I just love those guys. They're just awesome.
Yeah, I mean, Lars is kind of he's kind of a dick. His dad's the druid. What are you going to do?
Yeah. But James Hetfield is he's just awesome.
Yeah, he's cool. They gave the guy that played Eddie the guitar, a replica guitar of the one he played.
Yeah, I saw.
And they handed it to him, and he's like, we could sign it, but fuck it all up. And he's like, please.
The funny thing is seeing what he looks like,
and it sounds like
post haste.
Mm-hmm.
He's got red hair. He has very light eyebrows, which they must have darkened, because with the hair and the brooding look, he almost looked like a young Robert Downey Jr. No joke intended.
Yeah.
He really did. And his voice even had a Robert Downey-esque approach, to the point that when we first started watching this season, my wife and I sat and we lamented that he almost could play a young RDJ in a Marvel movie as Iron Man as a teenager. They could actually pull that off. There's a lot they could actually do with that. Not that they will, because the man's still alive. It's not like he died or anything.
Yeah, well, they might do something, but you never know. People are going to use this guy, man. He's popular. Everybody loves him.
He's really good. And to that effect, I just watched, in an unrelated story, somehow this came into my feed on some platform. There's a guy in New York City or Vegas that does an impersonation of the Joker.
Which version?
The Heath Ledger.
Oh, okay.
And it is scary spot on. Scary spot on. I will see if I can find that.
I still say the voice of the Joker I love the best. The best portrayal I still think was Mark Hamill.
Oh, no doubt about it.
I just love that version. But
as
cinematically,
a character created for a movie, and if you take it in the context of the fact that it is based on it's a recreation, a new creation. I should say.
What frightens me about Batman movies is I'm waiting. The next one's going to come out, and it's going to be like they're going to find somebody like with the Batman. Robert Pattinson. I was like, oh, this is going to suck.
So I have a lot to say about that. Now, when I first watched that movie, I really did enjoy him. I went back and watched some of the Christian Bale stuff recently. Mm-hmm. I like it better.
Which version?
The Christian Bale era. The
really?
Acting, the cinematography. I like the darker aspect of the Batman.
Mm-hmm.
I have a hard time accepting him as the Batman because of his, this is going to sound stupid, but his jaw is so little. And he's such a little emo looking guy when he's like Bruce Wayne.
Well, you know what the interesting thing about it, I was reading an article that in the Christian Bale versions, the Nolan versions of it, that he's basically Bruce Wayne and occasionally Batman.
Yes.
In the Batman, he's Batman and occasionally Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
It's a different take.
It is a very different
It's kind of like, that younger, or I haven't figured out how to get my shit together yet.
You ready for this?
I am ready.
This is stupid.
You want me in the video?
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
Pretty sure this is in Vegas.
What's the first thing Joker
Or
does
LA.
when he gets out of bed in the morning?
I wash my face, get all the makeup off.
Are you single or taken right now?
I'm single. She drove me nuts.
Yeah, he's got it
That's
down.
the real one.
Rich nigga shit I do a lot of. Nigga, we be sipping. I be fresh as hell.
And unfortunately, you don't get to hear a whole lot of him because of this
Right.
crap. But his mannerisms are dead on.
Dead on. And even the receding.
Oh yeah.
That
See, he grabbed his face. Oh,
that's
my
exactly
God.
it. Yeah, he really does look.
That
like
was
it.
cool. Now
I hate videos that play that shit in the background. It
Yeah.
just drives me insane.
This might be him here. Looks an awful lot like him.
It looks like, because I don't remember that from the Batman movie.
Visit sweetwater.com.
Sure.
Okay.
They are the greatest music
Give me free
site.
shit and I'll go there. No worries.
I like that website.
I'm Jesse Oliva, and I'm this month's featured artist.
What the hell is he doing on the right channel? That's creepy.
Man, he's dead.
I think this is the same guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm Agents of Chaos. And
Ugh.
I'm this month's featured artist.
What first inspired you to become the Joker?
It would have to be the madness. See, ever since Joker stepped into madness, he doesn't care about anything. He doesn't care what people think of him. And I like that. He just lets go. And I learned that about him. Yeah.
I mean, if you take this guy and you work him.
Yeah. He's got the mannerisms down more than even the vocalizations, but they're
crazy.
good too. But
It's crazy.
he really, he moves like him too.
I mean, he's had a long time to work on it.
Mm-hmm.
That movie came out, what, 2014?
Yeah.
So I don't even remember now.
I don't know.
I love that
A while
movie.
ago. I remember when the first one came out, I was waiting for it to come out on DVD.
Oh my God, that movie.
Because I was up in Nantucket and that's where I bought it.
When that movie came out, I was like, oh, Batman movie's coming out. I was really into the 1989 Batman pretty heavily. And that came out and I just sat in the movie theater like, what in the holy shit? The casting was through the roof. I mean, all these great actors.
They made it a little more believable in that, he's not engineering everything and building everything. And
right.
He's got help.
Big time.
That made it more believable because you can't be Batman. I've tried. You can't do it. It's hard.
Well, if you are, as in The Dark Knight Rises, I think it was that the Joker movie?
That's The Dark Knight.
Okay.
Dark Knight Rises was the last one.
Well, The Dark Knight. All those Batmen go after the bad guys and they all get beat the fuck up.
Yeah. But the one thing I did like about Dark Knight Rises was the injuries caught up to him.
Oh, yeah.
And that's the truth.
That's in the comic book.
Yeah. I mean,
apparently.
it's hard because the comic book goes on for 450 years. So,
well, okay. I'll go to Batman, that cartoon
The animated series? Or?
Yeah, the kid who's the next generation Batman and Batman.
Oh, Batman Beyond. Terry McGinnis, yeah.
Which I've heard they're discussing making a movie.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
That would be very cool. But I mean, one of the things...
Like, you know who will be Batman if they do that?
Keaton would be good at it.
Absolutely. Yeah. That's what everybody's saying. That he would be
perfect.
The ultimate person for that. The
role. Sad thing is, though, if you look up a picture of Bruce Wayne from Batman Beyond, if you can recall him in your head,
I can see him right.
That's
now.
what my dad looks like.
Really?
Yeah, he's got that. He's all bent over and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know if Bruce Wayne is the kind of guy that would call my cell phone 7 times at 7:00 in the morning, going, Jim, it's Dad. Click.
Hi, Steph's guy.
Rings again. Jim.
Because he thinks you have an answering machine sitting next to your
It's
bed.
not 1982, okay? It's like,
I wish it was.
Come on, I do too, but it was driving me crazy. I got all those 7 messages this morning, and then I didn't know what to do because you can't call him because you can't hear the phone ring. So I just waited, and he called me back and goes, "Didn't you get my messages?" I'm like, "Yes, all 11 billion of them."
And then I took a shit and had my cigarette and my coffee, and I sat down, Dad.
No, I didn't have a cigarette. He'll do that, but
that's a Kinks song.
I know, but no, I mean, like,
had a cigarette and blew my note. No, that's Beatles too. There's a lot of songs.
There's a lot of songs about smoking, but no, man, the Nolan stuff made it realistic. But it was when I like I said, I read an article about it. I was like, yeah, it is kind of Bruce Wayne heavy.
I liked it.
Yeah, it was good. No, I liked it.
I liked it.
I like this take on it. I want to see where they're going to go with it.
I want him to be even more violent in the next movie. I just watched the other one again.
Which one?
The Batman.
Yeah.
The Batman.
The Batman.
And no doubt about it, my favorite scene is the Batmobile.
Yeah.
On the highway.
Yeah, I like it.
In fact, when I'm watching that, I picture that they're coming out of South Philly, and going up 95.
Well, you were one of the people that said he stalled it out. He didn't stall the Batmobile.
I don't remember saying that.
Yeah, you said it once, and I've heard other people say he stalls it like that was like his inexperience, but he didn't stall it. He just leapt forward, like he dropped it into gear like this, like 2 for flunching, and then he went after him. It was kind of cool. I was just sitting there like, so the turbine, that's cool because it gives them power, but it doesn't have a lot of speed. So I'm overthinking it. So, but yeah, no, I liked it. I think it could evolve into something like the Nolan Batman, where he has to become more Bruce Wayne to kind of blend in and do all this stuff. I think that's where they're going to go with it. Mm-hmm. But I'm just tired, man. Like, why the hell is everybody getting cast in all these awesome roles, and they're from frickin' the UK?
Because they're better actors.
Shut up. But
it's the truth.
It's amazing. But you know what's neat?
Every show I watch, what? That guy's British?
But they stopped doing the thing that back when we were like back in the 80s, whenever a British actor did an American accent,
you could tell
it either sounded like John Wayne or it was really gruff like this.
Yeah.
That's all I could do.
Well, I think I've told you the story that I did not know, even though I saw Christian Bale as a child in that Red
Empire of the Sun.
Empire of the Sun.
That's terrifying.
It was a crazy movie.
No, that we saw him as a child.
Yeah. Well, we're old. I saw a movie he did where he was in some dragon movie or something. And I'm like, that's the worst. Oh. He was acting. And I said, oh my God, that's the worst English accent I've ever heard. He's just terrible at it.
That's his voice.
He is a horrible.
I don't know where he's from.
Accent.
I don't know what that accent is, but it's like a really low class accent.
It's pretty bad. So speaking of that, the Eddie Munson guy was on one of the late night talk shows, and he did different British accents. Did you see that?
He did a bunch of different accents doing the Eddie Munson stuff.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. It's amazing they can do an American accent that well.
His Welsh was like shocking.
Sorry, you got to have a pint of phlegm in your throat to speak Welsh.
It's funny because when you meet Paul Morgan, his Welsh accent is very watered.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, how long has he been here?
A long fucking time.
Well, it's like my wife. She was born in Ireland. She doesn't have an Irish accent. Her sisters.
I hear virtually nothing when Bree speaks.
No, because she was only 2. So she didn't.
That explains it.
But her parents, for years, they would talk and I'm just like,
what?
Yeah, like I remember her dad the first time, like she walked out of the room and left me with him. He's like, oh, hold on, Lucky Charms, Cunningham. I'm like, oh, he's talking about the Eagles.
Well, when I was a kid, I remember watching, putting on Doctor Who, and I was probably 11 around that time. I found that, and I was like, I don't understand some of the stuff they're saying. It took a really long time.
Yeah.
Then once you get acclimated, you're like, oh yeah.
Oh, for years, like I watched a lot of British shows like Blackadder and the Young Ones and stuff. And I could do different British accents. Like they were nothing, like it wouldn't even bother me. Now I haven't done it in so long. It's harder to do it, but back in the day it was a piece of cake because you just hear it so often. The one I can't do a Scottish accent to save my life. Like Bree's got a Scottish uncle or Uncle Jimmy. I love the guy. He's a psychopath. I have a picture of him wearing just the helmet part of my Darth Vader mask. And he's like, and I would talk to him, and every once in a while, like I'd be like, I'm sorry, what? And he's like, he'd say it again. I'm like, I'm sorry, what? He'd say it again. I'm like, and he's like, oh, forget it. Like he just he's like, it's fine. Don't worry about it. You're not going to get it. Fucking Americans. But he gets kind of disgusted, but he's cool at the same time. But and then the women, like my mother-in-law and then Jimmy's wife Rose, they have the same thick ass accent. Like what? It just you wind up like almost like butting them in the face because they're talking and you're just like,
welcome to All Things Scottish. Our slogan is, if it's no Scottish, it's crap.
Yeah, take that and make it more incomprehensible. That's Jimmy. He's a great guy though. And but it's tough, man. Like, well, I don't know if I told you this. One time before her and I were even dating, we were just hanging out. She was over at her aunt's house. We're over on Egypt Road. And that's where they all used to hang out. And I went over to the house and I did the one thing you don't do in an Irish house. I knocked on the front door.
But why not? You've insulted us.
Two types of people knock on the front door. The clergy, because somebody's dead, or a tax collector.
Oh my God.
So I knocked on the door
and I'm supposed to do, just walk in, and what if the people are
you go around back. So I'm waiting.
You knock on the back door.
You go to the back door. And I should have known because I'd been there before, but I stood there and heard all this. Yeah, nothing like that. But I heard a bunch of I heard all the scraping and bumping and shit.
I thought you heard this.
Kinda, yeah. But I heard all this noise behind the door. It's like, I'm standing there for a good 3 minutes. Like, open the fucking door. They had a table set up in front of the front door.
Oh my God.
All this shit was in front of the door and they had to move it all. And then they open it up and there's all these Irish guys with a whiskey in their hand like,
what the fuck? Jim, why didn't you go to the back door, you fucking asshole?
Who the fuck is this stupid bastard? I'm like, and I just walk in like, oh, fuck me. And I mean, they're all looking at me like they want me dead. I felt so stupid. I had no idea. So yeah, don't knock on the front door. Damn it.
Well, what do you know? It's time for Act 2.
Hitting gold on this tonight.
Yeah, but that's actually that's the house where I met her for the first time. And she totally ignored me. I remember they have a whole big field out back when we were playing softball.
What do you got back there? Potatoes.
No. That is how her and I found out we'd met each other before we talk about potatoes. Because that's all they ever eat. Yeah. I was like, I know this family. All they eat is potatoes. She goes, wait, were you at that party? And I was like, oh my God, yeah, your aunt's house. She goes, you got in a fight with the neighbors. I'm like, that wasn't me. But we were playing softball back, and here comes this girl, and I'm like, oh, I can finally get her. I'm up to bat. I'm like, all right, I can
Nailed
do
her
this
right
shit.
in the face with the ball.
No, man, I hit a grand slam. And I'm like, this.
His
is
loins
awesome.
were swollen after that.
And I'm running around the bases, and I'm rounding third base, and she's walking away. I'm like, son of a bitch.
No appreciation.
Doesn't care. She didn't care. It's fine. It's
Nope.
fine. It's fine.
It's fine.
Whatever. Fine. I suck. What am I gonna do?
Mm-hmm.
That's okay. But yeah, we were sitting in our friend's hot tub and we were talking about something. And I said something, and she was talking about being Irish and stuff. And nice. And she was saying something about the potatoes. And I said,
it's already out there, but
I was like, oh yeah, like I know this family, like every meal they have potatoes. And she's like, yeah, my aunt does that. And we both kind of stopped, like, you're at the party. And she's like, yeah, I was at the party and you got in a fight with the neighbors. I'm like, no, I didn't do that. That was your cousin. Well, anyway. Nice. Very nice. Nice logo. Really?
Did I give the wrong date on that?
Oh my God. Are you announcing this or are you keeping this under wraps?
Not available. Had to get a backup unit.
Oh.
And haven't had the full conversation yet.
Okay. Now we'll keep it under wraps.
I mentioned that probably would happen, but didn't. You see where I'm going with this? Yeah.
Well, sit on it then. And oh, there's that crab juice.
See, that threw me off.
Yeah, that's a little weird.
It threw me off.
That's different months.
It's the sale date versus
I was
the
going to say
actuality.
that's when the tickets go on sale.
And then that font's kind of like I wouldn't have used that.
Then it's a little bloody looking.
Looks like Slut November. Anyway,
Slutvember.
I like
Slutvember.
That's weird. I forgot to hit play on this, and it's way behind.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Which is probably why I'm not getting any commentary.
Wait a minute. Oh, mine's frozen because I didn't hit play. Wait, do I actually have to hit play for shit to show up?
I have a feeling, yes. I don't know.
I don't know how it works. I don't care.
Nobody's listening.
That's all right.
Nobody
That's
cares.
fine. They'll listen to it later. The
there is a
downloads
lot
coming
of well, I showed you the numbers from last week. It was insane.
Yeah. We've had a bunch of people that came on from.
I'm not going to say anything anymore about how many people are listening at the moment. It's not about being live. It's about Memorex.
Yeah. Well, that's how like, we've hit like 1,000 followers, 1,000 listeners.
I feel sorry for you.
Billion
people.
shows.
I really do. But
yeah,
you know what?
What are you going to do?
Fine, you know. And the funny thing is, if you're not from this area being
here,
southeastern Pennsylvania, the stuff that we speak about is probably like, what are they talking about?
Yeah, who are these fucking people?
What is going on?
Well, I mean, you know what? There's so many goddamn podcasts out there that, everything's regional and crazy. In fact, El Carpe.
But you could almost call our show like it's like the Town Watch.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. Like that guy El Carpe from what the hell, Low Standards and Poor's podcast. I missed their show on Thursday, and I think it was 7. I cannot remember. He was just on, and they jumped back off. But I did plan to make their show, but I missed it. I was in the middle of doing something, so I didn't get to catch it. But
I know I was in the middle of something that night with my wife.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Sorry,
but
you take what you can get.
Oh, that sounds terrible.
Sorry.
Jesus. But let me see. When is there?
You got to wash the dishes sometime.
Well, okay, there you go. Is that what you call it? When the hell do they go on? I'm trying to remember when they, what time. I know it's Thursdays, and I can't remember if it's 7:30 or 8 or something like that. Maybe you'll go on later. I'll be like,
St. Andrews.
What about it?
I don't know. It says that on the screen.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay. But anyway, yeah, if he comes back, we'll do it. But I don't listen to a show on Thursday. I just, like I said, I didn't.
If you do, let me know, and I'll. All
right, cool.
Do the same thing.
Yeah, I'll check it out. Man, the hell. So you guys had a show.
Yeah, Old School played on what was that, Saturday night?
It was crazy.
It was crazy.
Crazy's good.
Who knew?
And I heard the Robbins clan was there.
They were.
I hope you're proud.
I was proud. It was a good night, and there was just a lot of stuff going on at that show.
Damn it, Doc! If I'd known you were going, I would have slipped the shit into his gig bag.
I didn't go.
Oh, you didn't go?
No, it was the other Robbins clan.
Oh, the other guys.
My brother went.
Gotcha.
He went, and he never said anything. He never said, "Yeah, I'm going. You want to go?"
Whenever he shows up, Jim, I for a second I'm like, wait a minute, and I get all confused.
Yeah, in certain light, he looks like you.
Yep.
It's irritating.
Let's come together.
At an old school show.
But crowded, very crowded. Standing room only crowded?
It was for a while, yes.
Wow.
I'm not going to exaggerate because people are listening that were probably there. But it was a good attendance show, especially for late July.
Yeah.
You know, for that, it was downright shocking.
Yeah.
I was expecting total, it was just going to be bad. Starting to sound like Elmer Fudd here or something. Or
what terrible.
But yeah, it was a great show. I had a lot of fun.
You kicked out the new song too.
Yeah. And the other Robins videoed it. I have to see if I can find that.
Yeah, we can play that.
I was tagged.
I don't think we get in trouble for that.
Yeah. Might be on my page. I don't know. I don't know if I was tagged or not.
One would hope.
Well, it just doesn't work that way.
I know. Nothing ever does.
Let's see. I'm going to scroll down here, and that's
that fucking photo. I get that on my page every 5 minutes.
That's our new picture. Instinct.
Excuse me. Sorry.
You need another drink?
No, yeah, probably. Sorry. It's just a little
Let me see if
consumption.
I can find it. Maybe it's in the old school page. I got nothing.
You got a blank screen. What the hell, man?
It's, it just what happens. It's. Let's see. Scroll down here. Oh wait, this guy took some video. Let's see if I can find it in here. Unfortunately, they're not labeled.
Tell you what the hell it is.
That's not it.
Nope. Well, community
Sounds
standards,
good, though. Nope, that's not it. What the get?
Well, that came up quickly.
What's this? Nope. I'll just keep trying until I find something.
Yeah, what the hell? No, what else? What else? How many videos are here, man?
I already did that.
What?
Oh, he must have sent me the same ones a couple times.
That's mean.
Yeah, let's see what this one is. Nope. Okay, so that's a total bust.
Shit. Well, shit.
No, Steph, we did not get there. I don't think they're open
not yet.
on Sunday.
We're we're trying maybe Saturday.
This weekend. We'll make an excursion in the Mustang.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
Get to hang out the window and say dirty shit to girls with our Mr. Microphone. We have a Mr. Microphone, don't we? We have microphones. What are you staring at the Jelly Belly picture for? That's not helping us.
It's my buddy. I'm wondering where he's at.
I
was a little confused by that.
Looks like a bite sting.
No, the guy who was at the Jelly Belly thing.
Gotcha.
This is a little confusing.
There's a lot of stuff there.
Maybe I can find the post this way. I'll just do it the old-fashioned way. Search.
There you go.
Hey, that looks like.
Yeah, Steph, we definitely have to go there. I mean, I was slumming this week, and I went to Giant and found something.
Great googly moogly. Because how great television was in the 70s.
Yes, it was nice. But yeah, I'm running out of patience with our regular beer stores and their IPA mania. Actually, our normal beer store is the hell?
That's 29. That's from like 7 million years ago.
Wow. Our regular beer store is they don't have any new stock. They're still selling stuff. Basically, it's outdated. It's not fresh anymore, and it makes me kind of crazy because we had stuff one time, and
I was there today.
We had stuff, and Paula went out and snagged it, and she tried it, and she said it tastes a little dodgy, and she looked at it, and it was very old.
This is from the Ben Elbow.
Holy shit.
This is from 12 years ago.
Sounds like it. It's like NFL films.
There were hundreds of people at this show.
Shaky's like, why am I singing?
Terry.
Oh my God.
Eric Cannon's on guitar.
Jesus.
We're, me and Shaky, the only ones left from that band.
Yeah. You're on the wrong side of the stage.
I used to be on that side.
Yeah.
Traditionally speaking, that's my side of the stage.
No, what happened there?
The other
kissing match?
The little one.
It can't be over here.
Yeah, nobody wants to look this way, but it's easier to look this way. This is awkward.
Drives me batty.
I'd rather look that way. Yeah, I don't like that. Okay.
Wow. Those were some pretty good times. That's when you went to an old school in those days, it was stupid.
Yeah. I remember that. I went to shows like that.
Oh, this is it. Here it is. I found it.
Oh, nice.
All right, you ready? Yep. No practice. Did this live on the fly.
Thank you to Jackie Kern.
Sounds much better than this.
Who's that?
What?
He was like,
somebody had gas probably.
Oh.
I mic my ass.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Unplanned.
What?
That was improvisation.
Right, that's fine. It's good. Did Matty just pop out from behind Shaky there? Was he cloaked? Where the hell would he come from? Where are we in the show in case...
it's 9:17.
I was going to say, just keep track of that in case we get in trouble.
I was hoping that... what's her name was going to come on and do some rock show stuff. We were going to...
Well, she said we have to talk about that.
Yeah, I don't want to mention anything.
She may be busy. She's got a life that we could only hope to lead. Run around. Seeing more shows than I can imagine. Nice.
Isn't that something?
And I'm going to say, like props to Jackie for holding the phone like this and steady as hell. I swear to God.
Not only did she hold it steady, but the cool thing was she got it in a position where you picked up the entire PA system plus all the guitars.
She did a good job. But this kind of shit, when I see people doing this, I want to smack them. Don't film like this. You're an asshole. Don't fucking do it.
I'll only do it when I see you.
Even, you know what? Fuck it. You know what? Even America's Funniest Home Videos tell you don't fucking submit shit like this. Do it the right way. You have the technology. Turn the phone, you lazy fuckers.
I'm going to share that on the page.
God, makes me nuts.
Might as well.
So simple. That was Jackie Kearns recorded that stuff.
She did a great job.
Was it?
Well, she has near
do that night, or
we just did that Saturday night.
That's what I'm saying. Did you guys plan it that night to do it, or was it just on a fly thing? Hey, let's do this that night.
No, we talked about it, but we didn't have band practice. We just fucking did it. Everybody was like, "Go home, do your homework, and I'll see you at the gig." You good? Yeah, I'm good. I'm going to do this.
Sounds like they all passed the exam.
Yeah,
it's that's the interesting thing. I'm not trying to
toot your own horn,
toot my own horn, or anything,
blow your own knob.
Sometimes it just works out. If you have enough communication prior to playing a song, you go, all right, I'm going to do that part. You do that. Yeah. Okay. Yep. See you there. I've been in bands with musicians where you try to do stuff like this and it doesn't work when you try to pull it off live. But it's good. I mean, we didn't do Rush 2112. You know what I mean? We did Skid fucking Row.
Why the fuck not?
So
I'll tell you the one song that I miss you guys playing because it builds up to the end of the song with a guitar solo, and it just blew me away every single time you guys did it. And that was the Bowie song.
Oh, Mark's Bowie song?
Yeah.
The Moon Age Daydream.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it went over like a wet fart.
That it's a shame too, because that fucking guitar solo at the end of it, man. Dude, it was like I goosebumps every freaking time.
Man, you just need to start there.
Yeah.
Who was playing the solo at the end, me or Mark?
I think it was you.
Okay.
Well, there you go.
Now I'm even more impressed.
Mark did the first solo, and I think then you did the last solo.
No idea what I played. But I'm sure
set, huh?
I did something.
It was just awesome every time you guys did it.
Thanks, dude. That's thanks. That means something. It really does. Wow. I need a Guinness. I'll be right back.
Yeah,
would you like a Guinness?
I would do that, sure. Why not?
Speaking of music.
Oh, for fuck's sake. What's that?
Pachinko.
Not you.
Oh.
What'd you say, Doc?
Speaking of music and getting back to Stranger Things,
do
you think it's scary how, I wanted to ask this earlier, but everything got off track. Do you think it's scary how Master of Puppets has taken off, that it shows how much the whole music scene has changed since that originally came out?
Well, that's what we were kind of talking about. Like, I think one of the things that really, made that song speak to a lot of people was, I mean, if you look at it visually, like, it's just badassery. If you see a movie and the music is dead on in an action scene, your adrenaline starts to flow. And that was perfectly done. With, you used to be into a lot of, like, imagine back in the day when MTV actually showed videos, you'd see a video for something you really liked. And it just was, like, you could take a good song with a shitty video and it would annoy the hell out of me. You could take a mediocre song with an amazing video and it'd be great. Thank you. And that's kind of the thing. I think this was just a perfect mix of, music and visuals. And also, by that point, one of the things about Stranger Things that's really cool is you love the characters.
Oh my God.
You just do.
Dustin is
there's so many people out
my
there
favorite character.
Never heard of this. They never heard Metallica.
It reminds me of so many kids that I knew growing up and that went to J. Hampton Moore Elementary School in Philadelphia in the 1970s.
There you go. Thanks. But no, yeah, I mean, there were a lot of people. That's what we were kind of starting to say about it, was that there were a lot of people that were like, oh, now the song is popular because who gives a shit?
See, I started watching it before it was even popular.
No,
I'm not trying to be
that,
like
no, the
guy.
Song, the song. It's like, it doesn't matter why a song becomes popular. It just matters that the song touches people.
The same thing happened with the Kate Bush song they used in the show too.
Yeah, I never heard that song ever.
I didn't until I saw the show. I heard about Kate Bush and, whatever. Lollapalooza, right?
Bree was talking about it and telling me there were different versions, and she played it for me. I'm like, I have literally never heard that song ever in my life.
Doesn't matter to me,
but
it was just cool.
But no, Doc, I think
like underground. It's almost like an underground artist. A lot of people didn't really hear about her unless you're in like totally into Peter Gabriel or something like that.
Yeah, well, I heard about
her all the time. And
yeah,
the reason I did at that time I was a DJ at a college radio station.
There was a store down from where I worked that had a standee of her. So I mean, I knew who she was, and I knew some of the music she played. I didn't really listen to it, but I had literally never heard that song at all ever. But no, I mean, it's like it's a perfect mix because people love Eddie, and I mean Eddie hits a chord with us because we all know that guy.
I think I was that guy.
We all kind of were that guy.
No,
like
I wasn't.
I
didn't wear like I wore my maiden shirts to school and all that, but my hair wasn't fully grown in till
my
I got to
hair
college.
Does what it's doing now. I turn into a dandelion puff. It doesn't when it gets long like it's like a mullet and it's down. Like I've had it like down to the middle of my back before, and it just gets long. It doesn't get out like this. Now I'm growing it out again because I'm just frankly too lazy to go to the goddamn hair cuttery.
That's why I have that guitar.
Gotcha. But it's just a fluff. But no, I mean, we all knew that guy and kind of to some extent were that guy. You're not a bad dude. Everyone thinks you're a devil worshiper because you're
so
into
many
metal.
people. We had a whole metal crew.
But I knew guy. I have played Dungeons and Dragons. My next door neighbor was really into it. I played with him sometimes.
I had a buddy who was into that.
It was okay. I wasn't really a huge fan about it. I know the references in the show.
I know none of those references, but I knew people
I knew
that played
them.
Dungeons.
I was
and
surprised.
Dragons.
I was like, oh, I know what a mind flare is. I think I had a couple of those.
So cool that they used that though.
Yeah, and it's perfect. It's perfectly done. But
now was Vecna is something in?
No, that was Eddie's character.
Okay,
he made that up. That was his own made up module.
Very interesting.
But like it just like. There was that craze back then that people that played D&D because of that Tom Hanks movie, they thought it was real and they were devil worshippers and all kinds of shit.
I don't remember any of
that. Oh yeah.
nonsense.
Yeah. There was a Tom Hanks movie, Mazes and Monsters.
Never saw it. And I saw most of his stuff.
They played a game. It was D&D, but they couldn't do it because Gary Gygax would come out of his mansion and sue them.
I don't know who that is.
He's the guy that made Dungeons and Dragons.
I figured it might be something like that, but
they were playing the game, and then this guy, Tom Hanks's character, I think, found some caves, and they were playing the game in the caves, and he sketched out, and it became real for him, and that became a problem. And then at the end, he's basically locked up and thinks it's all real. But there was that undercurrent of parents going like, "Oh, it's evil." Like, yeah, I mean, my mom found shit like that, and I'm sure somewhere I still have some D&D shit. My mom found that, she would be like, is there something evil in this house? I'm like, besides you? But yeah, I mean, there was that undercurrent. And then you had the whole like metalheads or, basically Satanists. I mean, Knights in Satan's Service.
It's
what a
like
crap.
Every little thing, it's like, it's bad, it's Satanist and this and that. It's like, it was almost like at that time, the parents were out against us. They didn't want us to change. They didn't want us to have a good time. They wanted to let us live in the 50s and shit like it was still in the 50s or something,
Well, I mean, our parents listened to shit like Lawrence Welk, and that made them happy. I mean, it made me want to kill myself.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah,
not so much my parents,
but like my kid, like my kid knows a lot of music that I know. Like she listens to a mix of like this, like Brie and I listen to a lot of shit, and we gave all of the stuff we have to Caitlin, and she listens to it.
Mm-hmm.
I told you we were in a Home Depot, and she's like, "Really, Grand Funk?" Like she knows all that stuff, but then she also listens to her own music, and I listen to it. I'm like, well, that's shit, but it's hers. It makes her happy. I'm not going to give her a hard time about it. Now she starts playing like hardcore hip hop and it's talking about bitches and using the N-word over and over again. I'm going to be like, turn that shit down.
Smack
or
that
I
pussy.
will literally hit you with a baseball bat. But you know, there's certain things I draw the line at. Like there's metal that I'm just like, all right, enough's enough. Stop it. That's not even music. And I'm a fan of SOD. So,
Gesundheit.
Yeah. But, yeah, I mean, they got the Eddie, I mean, it was like a character we all could relate to. We all knew him. We all did a lot of the stuff he did. But he was a nice guy. And then at the end you realize, holy Christ, he's a really, really cool dude. And then when Dustin's like, I wish people could have gotten to know him. They would have loved him. And you're just like, oh,
yeah.
You know, it really, like at the end of that, I was crying. Like I was like, when, you know, Eddie went out at the end and I was literally crying. And then when Dustin's talking to his uncle, I lost it again. Yeah, this is a music video. Now, if you're listening on Facebook, listen to it now because you won't hear it later.
Where are you going next?
I see her.
Yeah, it's a great choice because it starts out so badass right from the beginning. But this is a music video, plain and simple.
Absolutely.
This is what MTV was when MTV was relevant.
That's what MTV was when the M stood for music and not moronic.
Yeah. I mean, you want to like see what you can do, how you can transform a shitty song into something that somebody might listen to. Look up the video for Bop Till You Drop by, oh God, who did Jesse's Girl? Shit. Rick Springfield did the song Bop Till You Drop. It doesn't sound like a song any of us would listen to.
45.
You know,
but the video was what got me into it because it was a weird video.
I never seen the video.
It's very bizarre.
I think I heard the song on the radio or something.
Buddy Larry.
Oh no, the movie. It was in a movie. I think I seen it.
I don't know. There's a video where it's a very dystopian Mad Max-esque looking thing.
Yeah.
It's just like a Jabba kind of guy, and he's like
doing a Bacon scenario when you hear.
Yeah.
Larry Barrow, the guy.
Yeah.
His uncle. He was Rick Springfield's promoter.
Well, you know something people don't believe when I've had
he also
people
was the promoter for Foreigner.
Nice. I've heard
Barbara Streisand. And
what TV show? What was the first TV? Well, not the first TV show, but what TV show did you probably watch as a kid? Rick Springfield was in one episode of
General Hospital. He was on
no.
all the
You
time.
watched as a kid.
I did watch that because my sister watched it. And we had to share the television in the afternoon. So there were afternoons where I was subjected to that shit.
Something a normal teenage boy would watch. Around 1978.
Reruns of Ultraman.
Nope.
That's what I watched.
Battlestar Galactica.
I didn't watch Battlestar Galactica.
Really?
Not well. Yeah, I did.
General Hospital and not Battlestar.
Yeah, I watched that. Yeah, I did.
He was in he was Apollo's brother who died in the pilot.
He looked
episode.
a little bit about like Apollo.
Yeah. He was his brother, and I remember telling somebody that years ago, and they're like, "You're full of shit." I'm like, why would I make that up?
No, I watched that show religiously. Adama.
Yeah, I would love to. I remember hearing that. I read some article about some kid that had a VCR and he taped every single episode. And I hated that kid because only rich folks could have VCRs in 1978.
That time, for sure. They were about the size of this table.
Well, they were big, but we had them in school, but they were like, you know,
they were this big.
They cost like $5-6 grand.
They were all top load.
Yeah, but yeah, Doc, I think that the whole
guitar.
popularity of that whole thing was just because it was basically you took a show that everyone was watching and you made a music video right in the middle of it. Yeah, that's the video I saw.
Oh yeah, that took off like that. But then it's just like you got all these people. Like I said, it's just like if they never heard of Metallica or never even heard of any of their songs, it's like I seen a meme today. It's like you can picture 20 years from now, all these emo kids are going to be listening to oldie stations. Singing something about here I cut my life into pieces. Yeah.
Well, the same phenomena happened around 1987, 88. I think it was around then when Touch of Grey came out from the Dead.
Yeah.
And it was a hit. It was actually, played on the radio. The Dead never had.
I was irritated that I liked that song.
So did I. But I never admitted it then.
Yeah, I hated the fact.
But there were all these new generation so-called deadheads. And I went to school with a lot of deadheads. And they were you know, starting back in the early 80s, they were new age deadheads, even though they couldn't be born earlier. So
fucking gross.
You know, but I mean, I wonder how people viewed me when 1979, when I got into Led Zeppelin.
Yeah.
You know, I was 12 years old and I liked Led Zeppelin. I wasn't getting on the bandwagon. The bandwagon had already been around the corner, but I didn't discover it till I was old enough to buy a record player.
Yeah, you have to get to the point where there it is. You have to get to the point where you're just like, you know,
it's an NJ series. Is that a real one?
I want to say it is.
They didn't show the back of the neck. If it's a neck through, well, it says it. That might be a USA. I can't tell. It's either a USA or an NJ. I had an NJ Mockingbird from that era. And now I have the Iron Bird over there.
But that's
cool. A Warlock.
That's really cool.
That's the name of that guitar. It's called a Warlock.
But yeah, I mean, you know, it annoys me when somebody gets into something late in the game and then somebody gives them a hard time. Like I remember the band 311.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
I like their song Down. I really like that song. And I remember people going like, "You're not a real 311 fan if that's your favorite song." I'm like, it's the only one I like by them. It's the only one I know.
Well,
by
that's
them.
how Kiss fans feel about people like Rock and Roll All Night.
I know, but it's like, you know, God damn it, you know, at least somebody's appreciating the damn song. If you're a fan of the group and somebody likes even one of their songs, get over yourself. Don't be all pissy about it.
Hey Jim, you might be on the same page as I am on this one. You're going through the mall or something like that, somewhere big, bunch of crowds and all that. You see somebody with his shirt on, Metallica, Megadeth, whatever the band
Misfits.
is.
You're like, that can't
shirt,
genuine.
cool fucking shirt. What's your favorite song? I don't know. It's just a cool shirt, so I bought it. I don't know the band.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Now I've had somebody come up to me and ask me the name of the guys in the band, and I'm bad at that. I never remember, like, unless it's a band I know.
Let's be honest, Jim.
What?
Drugs and alcohol.
Well, there's that too. But I mean, like, I see kids wearing a Misfits shirt, and I'm like, do you really listen to the Misfits, or did you just buy
They just
that
thought
shirt?
it was a shirt.
Yeah. I mean,
that's right.
Yeah, sometimes I think kids are posers and stuff like that, but
they're not genuinely trying to be a poser. They just like the shirt.
They just like the shirt.
It
But I mean, like
happens.
in this case, with this thing you're talking about, this song, it's like, look, if you like the song, you like the song. I don't give a shit when you heard it, where you heard you stumbled
But
into
then
the
there's
thing.
the
like it.
Metallica fans who are like this.
Oh, you little maggot! You make me want to vomit!
Yeah, it's like, whatever, man. You don't have to be a Metallica fan from day one and get all pissy like, well, I was with them. I looked up Lars's vomit. I don't care.
Yes, you're right.
You know, it's like, if you like the song now, for whatever reason you discovered it, and who knows, man, maybe they start looking, maybe they're going to start listening to other Metallica stuff.
I just feel like we should all be on the same team.
I want you to be on my team.
There you go.
And this is the other thing too. I mean, if this is blowing up like this, and you imagine what Metallica's going through, and then they're going to be like, okay, now everybody's into this now. Now, do they make a song or an album?
You strike while the iron's hot.
Like shoot towards that demo, or they just keep going with the same stuff. You know what I mean?
Wait and see if somebody comes to them and says, hey, why don't you guys do a show? Why don't you guys put out another, see what happens.
See what happens.
They've got all the money in the world anyway. I mean,
yeah, it's not like they need to do anything.
Yeah. I mean, if they want to do it, they do it.
It's not like Gene Simmons is in the band.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need more money. I don't know.
Because there have been artists in the past that do that. They have a song blow up like that, and all of a sudden they're like, their comeback,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, sure.
Yeah, and then it fails.
Yeah, Pet Shop Boys. Oh my God, we got C's now. I was hanging out with a guy, and I'm not going to name his name or anything, but he was
Dave.
No, he was there Saturday night, and he was a friend of a friend, and he did some production work for Gene Simmons, and he had some interesting tales to tell about
that guy,
one of the people that's a hero in my life. I wasn't surprised by anything he said. Let's just say that. And it wasn't very flattering. Still love you, Gene.
No, I mean, there's always going to, especially with Gene, there's going to be a lot of unflattering shit. There's going to be a lot of flattering stuff. They're people. I say a lot of stupid shit, but I'm a nice guy. I mean, what the hell? If I didn't say stupid shit,
I think he worked with you too.
Well, probably.
No, the band.
Oh, there you go. See. That's a shame. I hate those guys. Ugh.
I couldn't even get the snare roll.
Sorry. It's right there, man.
Fucking missed it.
Did they ever find what they were looking for?
No. I think it was a Joshua Tree. We're going to keep doing this? God. But yeah, it's weird, man. It's really weird. I read about some of the stuff, but the backlash about that song, and people were like getting all bent out of shape about it. It's like, just listen. Look, you like
Let it go.
You like the song because you saw it in the show, and it was, like I said, it's a music video. Plain and simple. It's a music video. Did you like it? Great. Then go steal the song from YouTube and listen to it 80 million times tonight.
You know what the greatest thing could be, though? It's like you run into somebody who never heard Metallica, but they've seen it on Stranger Things. And they're like, oh, you like that song too? And you're like, yeah. But wait till you hear this one.
Yeah, try something off Ride the Lightning. You might be surprised. Well, I had people give me a hard time before because they're like, oh, what's your favorite Metallica song? And I'm like, Fade to Black. And they're like, oh, poser. I'm being honest. I like Fade to Black. I like the way it sounds. I like the words. It's my favorite song they do.
That was the first one I ever heard from Metallica because they actually played that on the radio. And that's the first one I heard.
Yeah, I just,
that's what got me into that. And it's just like, holy shit,
I'm not a fan of people who get pissy if you like one of their songs. It's in the top 40.
I love that. Keep it to you and me, but just
God,
isn't that something, man? The real deal.
Yep. But
liver spots.
It's like if you like,
shit.
Yeah, you can't like you got to like some weird like thing that wasn't even a B-side, and fuck you guys, because who the hell knows what a B-side is anymore?
Yeah.
Shit, I remember when what was it? Sabbath put out a 45, and Iron Man was the A side, and Paranoid was the B side. So
speaking of that, there's apparently a new Ozzy song. With Tony Iommi, which I haven't listened to yet, but I got it queued up here. I don't know how much we can get away with.
Not anything, probably
like 10 seconds or.
But like Paranoid was one of the first songs that got me into the music like that.
What the Escape?
Yeah. It's just like, that's the kind of stuff you heard back in the early 80s when, that was the metal that came through. That's trippy.
That sounds like Sabbath, man.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
The harmonica's a surprise.
Oh my God, it sounds like it's right out of the 70s.
Yeah. Oh. How did they get his voice to do that anymore?
Oh my God.
It can't be natural.
See, if they would just. I'm sorry. I'm having a moment.
Me too. Jesus. Okay.
He's one of my favorite guitar players.
That's the one thing Ozzy, he almost can't screw up anything. I mean, his voice is just so.
Well, he did in the 80s when he would do all the high notes, and if we just tune down a little bit.
Yeah. But I mean, like he puts out.
There were all those recordings of him cracking.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, he's a mess.
That was back in the 80s,
Yeah. Well, he was stoned out of his friggin' mind.
Tune down? Yeah. Tune down.
3-4 steps? What are we?
18.
12 octaves?
It'll be fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. But I mean, like he's produced. His voice is very
everybody's produced.
Yeah, I know. His is very, very produced.
So it's when they recorded,
that's like the difference between like on High and Dry and
no, I'm going to tell you some stories
and Sting or no,
I'm going to
whatever the hell that.
I'm going to tell you some stories. So Iron Maiden, the Number of the Beast album, that was Bruce Dickinson's debut.
Yeah,
he literally the producer drove him batty. He said they would record one line of lyric at a time.
Oh God.
He said he was literally at some points losing his voice during the recording sessions because they would do one line like 30 or 40 times for every song.
Yeah. That's like Mutt Lange shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's like you get to the point where there's so much echo and other shit being put in and they're moving this around and this, or it's like, can you play this in concert? Without
not like that.
No.
The band can. and then you go to an album like Highway to Hell, and it's just brilliant, raw as it stands. Probably one of my favorite albums.
I like that.
That's not even real.
Yeah, that is real.
The title song, who cares about it? But the rest of the album, I mean, let's just do some sampling if we can.
Yeah.
What are you going to do? 4, 3, 2, 1. We don't get dinged for doing Redfin commercials, though, right?
Well, we might get for this. This is Disney.
I just saw her in another thing. She was in the Gambit, the Queen's. Oh, it's the whole fucking song. What a great guitar tone. God.
And Nightcrawler is, to me, the best tune on that album.
Yeah, except when you're killing people, right?
Yeah, it's not wrong.
Remember that guy? The Nightcrawler? The murderer?
Night Stalker?
Night Prowler. My bad. Night Prowler.
Let's see if I can find it.
It's just like deep and intense and everything.
Uh-oh, he's back.
Hey, you.
He's not back no more.
Hold on, I'll get the song list from the album. I'll just do this the right way while you two converse.
There you go. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I think that song, the big thing was it was a music video, and we're how many generations removed from music videos for real?
There were no videos for the Highway to Hell.
No, but I mean, like you have like the kids nowadays have never seen a music video. I mean, you see like a performance video.
It's weird. That might even be their first actual music video.
Well, it just proves that if you give something the right exposure, even in this day and age, it's going to take off if you put it in the right forum.
Well, like the song, the one thing that was a disappointment for me, the song "Power of Love" by Huey Lewis and the News from Back to the Future. When they were, the video is going to premiere on MTV, and I was like, oh, I'm psyched. I want to see this. It was a concert video. It was Doc Brown trying to get into a Huey Lewis concert, but it was basically them just playing on stage. I was so pissed off. I'm like, well, this could have been a lot more fun than this. And that's what that song, when they played Master Puppets, man, it was just full on 1980s badass music video. I mean, I'm going to say it right now, and if anybody does it and copies it, I'm going to be pissed. You start a music video channel now and actually do real music videos.
Who knows?
I think it would work.
Yeah,
because everybody gets their music from YouTube.
Yeah,
they're basically videos.
Yeah, but they don't know there's so much content now that it's overkill.
Yeah, but so if you put the best
do a
on
select thing where you're, oh my God, there's a chance that the whole thing could be resurrected. Unfortunately, a lot of these guys are dead now.
Yeah, but I mean, you have all those videos.
Why
out
not
there.
do it? Why not do it?
And you could take the song and make it to anything. I mean, you could CGI shit. Look at did you ever see the video for oh God damn it, Land of Confusion by
Genesis?
Disturbed
with the puppets?
No, Genesis did
the remake.
Disturbed did a remake, and it was badass.
Yeah, I thought so.
And why not? You could just animate shit, and it would be great.
I swear this guy sings for Rat Rod.
Motorhead version of Hellraiser.
Yeah.
Honest to God, for the people listening to this, if you ever want to hear a guy that sounds like this, just go see the band Rat Rod.
He looks like him.
I mean, it is uncanny to listen to him sing. Mike Smith, good friend of mine. Well, I shouldn't say a good friend of mine, a good musical comrade of mine.
A guy I was in a room with once.
I play with Instinct, and we play a lot with Rat Rod. Mm-hmm. And even Old School is playing with Rat Rod. We played with them at the Sportsman's Club that year in that place.
Was I there for that?
Yeah, you were.
Okay, so I was in the room twice.
There was a lot going on there.
Was that when I got spilled on? Or was that when the dinosaur?
It was the night of the dinosaur.
Was that when the dinosaur humped the 9-foot hooker?
And I think that was the night that Tom Deck sang for Old School.
Right. Okay. Yeah,
Old School, since Terry left, way back when in 2012 or whatever, there's only been 2 other vocalists that ever have fronted. No, I take it back. There have been 3 other vocalists in a pinch that have filled the void. One was Freddie from Dog Bite Money, because everybody went down to the M3 concert, and the rest of us were still playing.
Wow, that's a shame.
Thank you, Kelly, for acknowledging Rat Rod.
Yep.
The other was Danny Knight from oh my, I'm going to get in trouble for not remembering the band's name. Crown of Earth.
Bastard.
And then Tom Deck from everybody's band, because Tom's a whore and he plays with 17 bands. Resurrection, Insurrection, Baba Louie, the Louis and the Stowe Nuts, and the whatever. He's with 17 bands, 11, 12,
Lord,
13.
Water Buffalo. Yeah.
Indifference, whatever.
Easy now. Easy. Damn.
Hey, I'm not the one who's played in 17 bands.
You would if you could.
I can, and I don't.
Ah.
That's the truth, dude.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. It would get confusing.
I don't have time.
Yeah.
Jim, remember you were talking about the videos, about how the music fits the video and all that.
Mm.
I just remembered seeing heavy metal for the first time. And the mob rules.
Oh, what a great movie! I watched it.
Hit that. I
Yep.
Shit.
And
it was perfectly
did you know,
synchronized.
Jim,
yeah.
that's a different version than what was on the record.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a little different.
That's what was holding up, I think, the whole soundtrack album, or the movie. When the movie was coming out on DVD or videotape back then, the music's holding the whole damn thing up.
Oh, absolutely.
The version of Heavy Metal by Sammy Hagar is a different version than anything he sings now.
Here's the one from the movie. You ready? We'll cue it up. We'll play as much as we can.
That's about it.
It's a little faster. The scream's even different.
Mm-hmm.
So now,
when that kicked in, that was just utterly badass.
I lost my shit.
Yeah. Well, that's what Doc was saying. It's like you can't help but lose your mind.
Yeah.
Now we'll contrast that to the Mob Rules off the record, which of course
it's a little more subdued.
See if it works. Technology eludes me.
Is this the remake? The remix?
Remaster.
Hmm.
Plus the
totally
commercial.
different.
It's a 14-second goddamn commercial. They are really, they
gotta throw some nudity in there.
Well, they want you to join their channel, and
fuck them.
There's actually, it sounds like almost an extra note added in. So we'll take it back to the beginning. No, it's the same notes. We'll go back to the original. I'll never forget
higher on that one.
When I heard Ronnie James Dio, and I'm thinking, this guy must be a monster.
Well, kind of, yeah.
Well, he is a monster, but he's only like, he was 5'1" or 2,
yeah, little monster.
Oh my God. What a voice. And I watch, there's a guy named Doug Helwig. I may have mentioned him before on the show. He's a YouTuber, and he is a classical musical artist of sorts. He's a music teacher, and he's a doctorate in music, I believe. And like, he'll sit and listen to a song and go, oh, that's E minor flat, and that note, that dissonant note is this. And
Jesus Christ.
He'll tell you everything that's happening in a song.
My daughter.
He is perfect pitch, they call it. And he was raving about Ryan James Dio and his voice in the one video I watched. He just loved him. It's interesting to watch people who don't really have a knowledge. I won't say a love, but a knowledge of the music that I care for, which I feel passionately about.
Well, a lot of people dismiss it, and it's amazing because
there's
so
a lot of
rich.
complexity into it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And anybody who dismisses hard rock and metal, I'm like, okay, put on Physical Graffiti and listen to it from front to back, and then come back and talk to me.
Yeah.
And they may say, I hated it. It was terrible. But I think you're lying.
I think there was a reference to the heavy metal soundtrack in Stranger Things that didn't play any music from it.
I wouldn't be surprised. It was about that time. They were basically our age at the time of that show.
The teenagers in that show are our age.
Then 100%.
Yeah.
You know,
the Steve is a year older than us, and
in reality, he's 30.
Yeah, shut up. And Nancy's a year younger.
The guy
than
who's
us,
playing the part.
Yeah, I know. But no, they were talking about they were carrying a blue light. That's a Stevie Nicks track off Heavy Metal.
Okay.
So I was like, they should play that. That'd be bad. Well, all right, whatever. I'll talk to the Duffer Brothers.
Like here's this is off of. This is my favorite Led Zeppelin record. And I don't know if people would get this knowing what I play every weekend in either band that I'm in. Favorite record of all time.
It's not overproduced. It's kind of raw and it works. It's just like, it's like, what is it, the 73, 74 Kiss album?
The original one?
Yeah.
Kiss.
But what year was it? 73?
73.
73. There's a rawness to that I like.
It's pure raw.
I really like that. You listen to that, it sounds different. It's kind of like, again, it's like High and Dry with Def Leppard or On Through the Night. It's like, it's not overly produced. It's just somebody went in there and they threw down some tracks. It sounds really, really good. And you can really get into the music.
I picked the same song twice. That shows you something. I had the Kiss demos here. Let's see if I can find them because they're probably get away with those.
I know I had the Leopard demo album and it was
I had it on vinyl and I went and pulled it out after I moved into this house. And the vinyl that was inside the sleeve.
Oh.
So I would imagine I used to have raucous New Year's parties everywhere I lived.
I remember I was here for a couple of them.
So somebody probably lifted it. Well, we'll go back to that eventually.
Did I ever find my underwear?
No.
Okay.
Sorry.
Just checking.
Oh.
Excuse me.
What was that?
Must have been that bean.
There's the Speedway here.
Sounded like the monster under the stairs. Let's see. It's the Eddie Kramer stuff that I'm looking for. I got to type in Eddie Kramer.
Oh my God. It's like work.
It usually is.
You have 5 minutes.
We'll squeeze it in.
All right. Well, we can go longer than 5 minutes.
I have a feeling we could probably get away with playing these.
I don't know. We can always try it. Let's see what happens. That's disturbing.
That was a one-time thing.
Yeah. That's the sound I like. That mono almost sound.
There's almost no distortion on the guitars.
Like I remember my first stereo I had.
Yeah.
You could toggle mono and stereo on it.
Oh yeah.
Depending on what the album was you had, how it was laid down.
I mean, these are the original 5 Kiss tunes. Kiss, Deuce, Cold Gin, Strutter, Watching You, and Black Diamond. And that's the bass line that dominated the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
Literally. People playing flashy guitars, it's because they grew up watching Kiss.
That's what, I was talking to a couple of the people I know about, did people give, when you were in school, did people give anybody shit for being Kiss fans?
All the time.
No. You went to a mean school, man.
There's a lot of Kiss fans that will echo.
No, I don't doubt it. I do not doubt it. I was shocked because they were big in my school.
Listen to how clean that guitar is.
Mm-hmm. It almost sounds like an electric acoustic.
Yep. So one's Paul, one's Ace. Ace is the one that's flowing more.
Yeah, and that's like a pure 70s sound.
Very.
And you don't really know. And you don't really know. You don't really know what to do.
So bluesy.
Well, that riff is very cream.
Somebody turned the levels up a little bit there.
Yeah, that was Eddie Kramer, greatest producer in the world as far as I'm concerned.
Cause everybody else is here. Yes, everybody else is here. Everybody else is here watching you.
The sending thing never made it to the regular recording.
I like that the recording studio has their own font.
Electric Lady. That was Jimi Hendrix's studio in New York.
Yeah.
31373.
Let's give him a call.
I think he's still there. Hey, John. What a great thing. So hopefully we didn't blow out the standards on that, because that's not the real recording.
No.
That's not the copyrighted version.
No, we never know.
Who knows?
We'll see. We'll find out. You won't be able to listen to this later, but if you listen to it
Probably
now,
I'll get it, yeah, later.
That's why you need to listen to it live.
Yep. You'll hear silence or you'll hear the beep.
Yeah, it'll just come out and you'll see us going.
What's that crackle?
I don't know. I'm not doing anything. Not me.
Your wire?
No. All good. Excuse me. Oh. That's what I said.
That's what you hear later.
That's what I told my mom.
Yeah.
All right, it's 10 o'clock.
It's 10 o'clock and it's time to rock.
So no gigs this weekend?
No, this weekend there's a gig.
There's a gig.
Friday night.
Okay. Where's
August?
Friday?
August.
Right.
What is that? The 5th? Friday night?
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe. Sure.
I think so.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm going to be with Old School at Nick's Woodhaven. Nick's Woodhaven, where the Franklin Mills Mall is now. It's called Philadelphia Mills. We are at Nick's Roast Beef. There was a big article in the Inquirer today, I believe, about the owner, Matt Rossi. He just did some really great stuff and bought some food truck thing. I don't know. I couldn't read it because I didn't have a subscription. So
I bought Jim's Steaks cheap.
But he's making some shit happen. He's a great guy, Matt Rossi, and I love him, and he knows I love him. We talk all the time. But anyway, we're playing at Nick's Roast Beef, Woodhaven, off of Woodhaven Road at the Philadelphia Mills Mall. That's Old School. Old School. This Friday night around 9 o'clock, I believe, is the start time. Come on out. It's going to be fun. It's a cool little place to play. It's got a high ceiling. So we'll be rocking the shit out of that place. And then next weekend we're off. So I don't know what's going to happen. Maybe Jim and I will do a show on the weekend. I don't know.
Do that.
Anything can happen.
And then Saturday, we should probably go get beer.
We're going to go get beer.
We'll have to check out Stephanie's place.
Because beer is life.
Yeah. So it keeps us going.
We appreciate everybody for listening. We appreciate you more than you know. It means a lot. It means a lot for you to be here and give us your time.
Or it's us talking to a wall.
I mean, nobody even called in tonight.
Well, Doc's here, but he's
part of the show.
He has to. He's been hired. He's paid.
But it means a lot. We really do appreciate it. And Music Fest is this weekend, apparently, according to John. So if you have nothing to do, go to Music Fest in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania,
where Jesus was born.
No, that's the other Bethlehem. The one here is called Bethlehem.
Well, still
over in Europe or wherever.
I thought there was no room in the hotel, and he was born in a steel mill.
That's a whole nother story.
Okay.
Okay. That's the other Jesus.
I got a weird Bible.
I think his name is Jesus.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think he played for the Phillies.
Yeah. I think
Juan
he
de
has a taco
Jesus.
truck.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Maybe that's what Matt Rossi saved.
Maybe.
Yeah.
All right. We're off base.
We're finally funny. So but I just wanted to let people know that we do appreciate it, and we appreciate all of your support. And there's no way to show us that other than to just make a comment in the show.
Or if you're an old school show, flash yourself.
You can flash your boobs.
Not you guys. I don't want to see that.
Well, that's happened, unfortunately.
I know. I was there, and they were boobs. I mean,
yeah.
they were like C's.
There are people at this age.
It was terrifying.
Okay. On that note, we're gonna bid you farewell and thank you for listening to the P Word. Oh, I wasn't expecting that.
Terrifying.
It's supposed to be more like this. You have been listening to the P Word. Thank you, the American Moron Entertainment Network.
Wow. Night.
That is the same, Jackson. You listening to the motherfucking P Word, so pay attention, motherfucker.
And we're up. Night, Doc.